Well, it's funny how it goes. 18 months ago, the critics were saying that Taylor's finished, and now no one can beat you.
Yeah, well, everybody's got opinions, you know what I mean? It doesn't really matter. I mean, at the time, I think I was believing it myself as well, I had to really dig down and think about what I was doing, and change my whole life, really, to get my career back on track.
If there's one thing that has possibly done it for you, is it the darts? Is it mental? What's the thing that turned it round?
Everything. I think changing my darts was a massive thing for me. And it's something that I wanted to do anyway. And so I had a chat with Richard, I had a chat with Edward, and the uni boffin, and we come up with something that I liked. I picked him up and I said, I like this. Even though it was totally opposite to what I was used to. But I still had to I wasn't totally comfortable. I could practice really well with him, but I wasn't totally comfortable on stage. So made a few adjustments, cracked it. And I think, the next few months I'll get even better.
I was going to say, can you get even better? Can you keep raising that bar, Phil?
The one thing to improve is not just practice and dedicating your life, but it's also coping with the people when you're on stage, with the crowds. The crowds are different now. So it's coping with the noise and the some of the shouting and abuse that some of the players get, So that's one thing where you can improve by concentration.
But 109, 108, 110, 114, I mean, these numbers that you're producing now on the big stage are commonplace.
They are. I think 107 average now is average. I think that's around 105, 106, 107 is a normal game now for most people. You've got to raise the bar. It's good. It's good fun. It's great to get up in the morning and think, right, how can I improve? What can I do today to make myself maybe a little bit better than what I was yesterday? And that's what I do.
What is the drive? I mean, you financially, you're secure. You've won so many tournaments, over 50 television tournaments now, 14 times a world champion. Why do you get out of bed still?
I love it. It's my job. I class it as my job. When I get up in the morning, I look forward to it. I look forward to practicing. It's been my life. I've come from a working background, so that's what you do. You get up and you go to work. If I wasn't doing that, it wouldn't feel right. It'd feel weird. So it's what I do. It's what I do. It's what I enjoy. I enjoy the challenge. I enjoy these youngsters coming through who think they can beat the world. I think it's great, and I love every minute of it.
How long is there to go, realistically, do you think, for Phil Taylor?
I don't know. I was talking to Pete Williams, and he retired from show business, and he says, you know what, the time will come, you'll know when it's right. You'll suddenly get up one day and think, that's it, I've had enough. But I don't know. I'm happy. I'm still going to go for the next 4 or 5 years, yeah. And let's see what happens from there. I might be still winning world championships, and there's no way I'm going to retire if I'm doing that. So just keep going.
Is that still the big one for you, to win it and to keep on winning it at the Ali Pali where it is now?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I'll start thinking about the World Championships maybe around the end of August and start preparing mentally for it, and that's what I do. When you win the World Championship, you've got to get this right. That's the main thing you've got to get right. And then obviously you've got to do your dedication, where you've got to go to bed early. You can't go out and enjoy yourself every night like some people do. You've got to make sacrifices, and that's what I do. But I'm older. It's a lot different for me than it is for younger players. Do you know what I mean? If I win 100 grand, it don't matter. Just put it in the bank and carry on. Whereas they want to go out and enjoy themselves.
Older and wiser.
A lot older, a lot wiser. Can cope with the pressure. Know how to finish a game off. Know how to win a tournament. And that's one thing I've got, and a lot of them haven't got that. They don't know how to win. They don't know. These players what will go into tournaments, maybe the world match play, and they've no idea whether they're going to win or not. Now, me, Barney, James Wade, we know we can win it. That's the difference.
Who have you seen? Who's going to be knocking on your door? Who'll be giving you a kick up the backside in the next year or two?
I think there's a few. I really do. Not because they're unicorn players, but I think Colin Osborne's a very good player. I think Andy Hamilton's very good. Adrian Lewis, could be very, very good. But I don't see anything extra special in any of them. I think they're all, much of the muchness. They're all good players. You know what I mean? I don't see that Paul Gascoigne or the Maradona, if you know what I mean. Somebody that hasn't shone yet. They're all. I mean, Andy Hamilton works very hard at what he does, and I know Colin does, and I know Aidan does his practicing, but I don't personally see anything like a bright light shining in the sky. Do you know what I mean? They're just good dart players, very good dart players.
I mean, let's be honest. That there will never be another Phil Taylor. I mean, not who's going to win the world title 14 and possibly more times.
People say this, but if I can do it, then obviously it can be done. You can't say it can't be done. It can. I've proved it. So I don't know. It's going to be difficult because I've been in the World Championship final something like 17 times out of 19 times and win it 14 times. That's the hard part, But even to get through to the final 17 times is very, very difficult because you've dedicated your life for 20 years and people can't do that.
I've got to ask you, in these difficult financial times, where will darts be heading? Where's this sport going? Because just when you think it can't get any bigger, it does.
Well, the way it's going to get bigger is by going abroad. I think England now is coming to a peak. I think it'll stay there for a while. But I think our next innovation has got to be abroad, like Japan and China and places like that. Take it to them. I think that's the next move for us.